going to say was Robinhood IPO shows stats under the hood, which is 18 million accounts, over $80 billion in total assets. This is a 151% increase from March 2020. And they're not listed yet, but they have a lot of revenue along with their cryptocurrencies, which their account rose to $11.6 billion from $481 million. I still don't like them. Let's talk about stocks really quick.
Those guys.
Michael Burry says Reddit fueled stocks could be in for a hit when new money dries up. That's true. A lot of these other stocks, I honestly don't think GME is a meme stock anymore. I like to call it how it is, an overly naked, shorted, fraudulent, manipulative stock that has been hit in the market. So yeah, scratch that meme stock.
Tell us how you really feel.
Logo from GME. AMC is another shorted stock. That's not a meme stock anymore, even though it's not as shorted as GME is. It is still a naked short. The media is going to try to sway you any which way, put propaganda out there. Just know that if you do your research, if you do your due diligence, you can actually find out that whatever the media is saying about GME and AMC is completely wrong. That's because they want to sway you and make sure you don't buy into it. But when have they ever wanted you to make money? No, they wanted you to lose money more than you make money.
Wait, but that assumes that makes a huge assumption that all of media. That makes a huge assumption that GME and AMC are the center of this giant fraud.
The center of this giant fraud is GME. Second place is AMC.
Right, but there's still meme stocks because the Reddit crowd is the ones who are investing in them.
And that's why there are other meme stocks like Clovis. There are other meme stocks that are out there that have been trying to get front and center. And that's what Michael Burry, I believe, is speaking about, that this meme Reddit-fueled stock frenzy is going to come to an end, because guess what? Wall Street knows what is happening. They jumped on the coattails of these Redditors, and they're just like, hey, why don't we go with them? And they're going to think that it's going to keep going. Hey, we dip out right on top. We drive that stock down. It's pump and dumps for us, free money all day long. And they can take these rides, and they're going to flush out the new money, sure. But
I think the new money is just not going to exist anymore. Think about as the stimulus ends. Think about it as we go through the next 6 to 8 months. Stimulus starts winding down. The Fed starts winding down. All these things start winding down. People just aren't going to have the same amount of money to make these trades. Not to mention the new regulations anyway. What he was saying is that we could expect dot-com style or 2008 crashes, and by that it means price retractions, which I agree with, because I still don't think that anything fundamental has changed to make GME worth $200. So when the rally stops and the price is correct, I do think the stocks will plummet, solely because if it's not being supported by a targeted rally, market participants will get to come back in and play it like normal. And I really think that the estimated prices for these stocks are much lower than they are right now. And I think the reason he calls them meme stocks is solely because Redditors trade them. I think that's what the accreditation of meme stock comes from.
I love these mainstream news outlets like Seeking Alpha. You want to know what their headline was? GameStop, ditch it. The short squeeze is over. Why are they telling us to get out of trades? They don't usually tell anyone to get out of trades. They usually tell people to get in trades. So why
Seeking Alpha doesn't have headlines. Seeking Alpha posts from a collection of individuals. So that means maybe somebody has an opinion, and I completely think that it's possible that somebody might. I've seen many opinions that say it's over, it's dead. I've seen many opinions that say it's never going to end. I've seen opinions that say it's going to the moon.
CNBC, all these guys are saying get out of GameStop. Wall Street just left, and they're putting all these propaganda titles in order to make sure people don't want to buy it.
Well, if what you said is true, that liquidity is drying up, right? This nonsense with the repo markets is occurring. If we're heading for $1
billion today, by the way,
we're heading for a liquidity crisis. If we are heading for that, then it is 100% accurate to say stocks in general will take a hit. Overvalued stocks that aren't supported by fundamentals will take the biggest hits, right?
Do you believe that even they will take the biggest hit, even if they are highly shorted?
Absolutely. But you have to think about the people that are involved in these trades and the amount of money that there is to move around. If the market starts selling off, you'd be surprised with a lot of, because remember, all the positions, retailers only make up 10% of the market, right? you're talking about big institutions that have to reallocate their funds. They have to change things around. If market conditions change, I think that yes, all stocks are going to take a hit, and the quote unquote meme stocks are going to take huge hits, because when the market recalculates valuations and flushes everybody out, which is an important part of the market, by the way. Don't Flushing people out of markets is an important part of how markets rebalance themselves. If markets can't rebalance themselves, that's a fundamental problem in and of itself, because the market can't be free. Because remember, even though the meme stocks, I agree, are fighting fraud, they're still being manipulated on the other side. There's still manipulation fighting manipulation, and then the industry has gotten involved. All the big firms are now pumping, dumping. So there's manipulation on manipulation on manipulation from anyone and everyone playing the stock. All of that is bad for markets, because it doesn't let natural forces occur. It gets people playing the game, people fixing the game, people stopping the thing from being traded. So this will all come to an end eventually.
With these highly fraudulent stocks, once the market does go into a dip, I believe that these highly fraudulent stocks are going to see a run up. And that's only because the people who have highly shorted these stocks are going to not be able to meet collateral. And then they're going to have to push back in that money into those stocks, because guess what? There's still the market. They still need to pay up their fees and shore up their position.
Right. So, but all the banks and dealers have all that extra liquidity now.
Yeah. But they can just give it to afterwards, then it's going to take a hit. Yeah. This can't last forever. That's true. It's
that's what
like
Michael Burry
the dot-com bubble, 2008. It's not going to last forever, though. Sentiment analysis is still going to be a huge proponent now coming on in the stock market.
Well, we will definitely see. We will definitely see.